Hello and welcome back to another video. So you know what the title is, I don't yet. But essentially we're gonna be putting on some makeup that I probably haven't used in months. This is a morning get ready with me, even though it is around 2 p.m. because this is when I woke up. So yeah, if you want to watch me use some makeup that I haven't used, you're gonna see some swatches overlaid so you don't even gotta worry about it. Then yeah, keep watching. I have my items prepared. We're gonna use this as a base. I wanted to use this completely, but I did a trial look and I swatched it and it's trash. Now I know I don't use it. There will be a video review on this either before this video goes up or right after it, but on the same day. So, you know, look out for that. My McGrath blush palette, I actually really love this. I just don't use it because it's a blush palette. And it's exactly the same as my Bare Minerals Gen Nude blushes, so I just use those. But this is great, and the highlighter is top tier. And then I have some random assortment of products in here, some single shadows, an eyebrow palette. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start out with this. I don't use eyeliner at all, and this is the About Face Electric Slide eyeliner. I need to get a brush actually because this goes down quickly. So I'm just gonna start off drawing this in the center of my crease because that's how I mark out what's the lid shade or not, because that's all you see. So that's how I do it. I'm blind, so I'm gonna have to come back, but I will be back when I'm doing something easier than this. Now I know why I don't use that liner. It's dry and it sucks. It's really only good for like graphic looks and, you know, putting it in one little place. I mean, it's great for hooded eyelids that are oily, but it's patchy, so what's the point? Despair. Now I'm topping that with the Natasha Denona single eyeshadow from the Zendo palette. It'll be overlaid, don't gotta worry about seeing it. This is not looking good. Also, this literally popped out of the palette, so everything's not coming up roses, but you know, we move. In this Get Ready With Me, first off, I would like to thank you and all the other people who are new and watching this video because I'm now above 160. My goal was really only to get past 150 and we have succeeded exponentially. Hopefully we can continue this train and I can get about 200 subscribers by the end of the month, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up, you know. People subscribe when they want to subscribe. Interesting. Let's see, what else can I talk about in this Get Ready With Me? Okay, well, first off, why I haven't been posting. I haven't been posting specifically because I had a cold sore. It was disgusting and annoying, so it was just easier to not wear any makeup and just put Aquaphor on it. And then it was hot. I don't want to wear any makeup. Those are your reasons, those are your explanations. Honestly, I don't wear makeup when it's hot. I do not have the time, I do not have the care for it to not melt off my face. So if you ever see me wearing makeup when it's hot, just know that I deem it important enough to care. I wish this camera had a zoom feature because I would really love to show this up close, but I am working with an iPad, not a real camera, so we get what we get. Unfortunately. Okay, I'm just topping this with the red. It's turning into a weird color, but I like it so far. Okay, I think I've done as much as I possibly can with that. So now we're gonna go into the Nosta Beauty palette and I don't know. I'm gonna use the shade Believe. It's a brown. You will see it in swatches. Okay. Also, something that I've been doing, I've been rewatching Switched at Birth. If you don't know what it is, it was a show that was on Freeform around like 2014, 2012, somewhere around one of those dates. And it was essentially about two girls who were switched at birth. Shocker, I know. Would have never guessed it from the title. And the thing that sets it apart from just being any other show or Lifetime movie is that it incorporates sign language because one of the daughters were deaf. The actor only is hard of hearing, but she's deaf, essentially. So it's still not, the worst representation. But then we have fully deaf people like Sean Birdie, frickin' I think it's Madeline. Marley. Marley Madeline. There we go. Freaking love her. I don't know why I always forget her freaking name. But they're in there. And they're fully deaf. So yeah. It's a great show, great representation, great introduction to sign language and the struggles and the strife. And I started watching that show when I was probably like 12 or something like that, whenever it came out. And I was like obsessed. So now I'm like learning sign language again. I learned when I was younger, but I forgot all of it because the problem with learning a language is you actually have to use it to retain that information. So, I only know a little, but I'm remembering, and that's good. But again, can't really learn that well when nobody else speaks it. Like, honestly, that's what I feel like is the hardest with the language, is that even if you want to learn it, you have to find somebody else who also would like to learn it so you can have a conversation, or somebody better who already knows the language so they can correct you. One of the two. That is smoky. But yeah, that's my main problem, at least, that I find with learning a language, is that, like, with Spanish, I've grown around Spanish people all my life. So it's, like, very easy to just hear that in a daily conversation. We live in New York. Like, you're going to hear somebody speaking Spanish down the street, even if they're not speaking to you. Like, you're gonna learn. So even if you only know a couple of words, you only know a couple of words, But sign language, I've only ever, in real life at least, encountered one person, and she asked for help for the R train. Like, ooh, I knew a letter. Like, that's not helpful to anybody. What if she was asking something a lot more hard? And honestly, I probably wouldn't have been able to help her if my mom wasn't there, because I don't know how the heck to get on these trains. Like, all I was a translator. So yeah. So that's the thing. Wow, it is hot. It is very hot. You see why I don't wear makeup when it's hot? Can't do this. It's crazy. But yeah. I don't know. Do you guys know any other languages? Even not fluent? Because honestly, my goal is just to have a conversation, not to be fluent. I'll be fluent if I try hard enough, but with nobody to talk to, I'm bound to forget a couple of signs. Like, honestly, besides knowing my name and the baby signs, because I had a sign language book when I was younger, like literally a baby. So I knew all of those signs, like, eat, orange, milk, baby signs. But once you're not a baby, you kind of sort of need to know more than that. And I didn't know that. And then in school, of course, the only language you have is like Spanish. And then my school also had Arabic, but nobody's writing scripts. I don't know. So we're done with that. So yeah. Well, I brought this out. What am I going to do? I don't really need the blue anymore. I was going to do something completely different, but now since it's like smoky and fall. I think I'm not gonna use this. And let's just get into the eyebrows. But yeah, that's my trials and tribulations of learning a language. It's very hard, and obviously, you know, not as hard as actually being deaf and having to learn the language, because at least I can hear people say things. But it's just crazy. Like, there's no official way to learn the language. There's no like school that just is like, hey, sign language is an option, you know? Like, not only is that rude, but it's also not good for other people, because what if you actually want to learn the language for whatever reason it may be, and now you don't even have the option to do so, you know? That is dirty. I have never used this brush, so hopefully I know how to work it. I'm just putting it on the lid. This clear gel type thing. Oh, hopefully I didn't put too much. Let's see how this works. Ooh. Okay, I need to finesse this. I will be back. I've used this before, but never with this actual brush it's supposed to be with. I think that this gel thingy gets caught in the little bristles though. So, you know, not the best. And it's supposed to be for the brow freeze actually, so you can like flatten your brows. I don't really do that. I usually just brush my brows up with the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, instant lift brow pencil, okay? And color them in. So I don't really use this combination, but interesting. Interesting. Now for the pièce de résistance. Was that ever gonna come out in English? No, because it's French. Now for the pièce de résistance, we have the Pat McGrath blush palette. This is the Divine Rose blush palette. I'm gonna use the shade Divine Rose, because that's what I always use. And honestly, we're gonna mix some Electric Bloom into here because this is a very red look. Yeah. And you can't see any of it because I put like a dab of each. And now we're gonna go in with the last thing that I never use, and it's this Nars Soft Matte Lip Balm. I bought this because I was on the hunt for brown lipsticks, and this is brown. This is amazing, but I barely use it because it's not a real lip balm, so it's a lipstick. I'm gonna put this on because I can't do this in the camera, and I will be back. Lipstick on. My Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara on. It doesn't really do much, but I love it for that. Now we're gonna put on the highlighter that's in here, whatever it's called. Ooh, that was a lot. Yeah, you only need a little bit of this. I think I knocked it all off. That's hilarious. Tap, hit. Don't need the shine, but yeah. Okay, yeah, that's my face. That's how it's done. This is how it looks in actual lighting. The eyeshadow looks a bit muddied, but I usually either go very angular up or very angular down because of the way that my eyes are shaped. So it might look bad, but when my eyes are open, it looks fine. Yeah. See, this is another reason why I don't wear that lip balm, because as a lipstick, it's very sheer, and as a lip balm, it's patchy kind of. You still see my lips because it's a lip balm. So yeah. It's nice, but only if you want like a dab of color. Yeah. this is the look. I think I did pretty good with what I have assigned for myself. But if you want to see different things, then, you know, comment that down below because I'm taking video suggestions, even though only one person gave me a video suggestion. Thank you for that, and that's why I did it. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz, and I will see you in another video.